Story 1. I guess technically it's not right this second, but a few months back, I spent a month in the hospital with a blood clot in my chest. About a month prior to the hospital stay, I had had a nasty cold which was probably unrelated to the blood clot, but I just felt like it took a lot out of me and I thought I was having a really slow recovery. Maybe it was COVID-19, I thought, since I hadn't been tested. Maybe it's just a sign of aging that it's taking me longer to get over the after effects of the cold. I shouldn't be getting out of breath that easily. Over the next couple of weeks, that shortness of breath got worse, leaving me breathing heavier than I should after a simple walk to the train station. And then one day it was, I really shouldn't be breathing this hard after a short jog up one flight of stairs. The train's here. I'm about to miss it. Wow, I really should not be this out of breath. And then it was lights out. Twice in my life, I've nearly passed out. Once after trying to move my arm after a shoulder injury. Once in a martial arts class working on chokes and I held out a little too long. Both times it was sort of a slow fade to black, coming in from the outside like your field of vision is narrowing to a tunnel, or like looking through binoculars that have a shutter that is slowly closing in. This day at the station, there was no fade to black. It was straight from puffing for breath to waking up 3 minutes later on the floor of the train station with 2 station employees standing over me. Had I not woken up, and apparently that was a very real possibility, that bit in quotation marks up there would have been my final thought. Story 2. Seriously, dog, give it a rest. You've been at it for 30 minutes. Good boy. The dog zones out, licking whatever is in front of him, but talking to him usually breaks the spell and he just goes to sleep. Story 3. The B-58 powered Mark V Toyota Supra. That was designed by the Japanese, engineered by the Germans, and embodies the name Supra by being the perfect mix of affordability, reliability, and capability, making it the best pound-for-pound sports car on the market. Story 4. I try to run downstairs to my uncle and tell him that he's the reason I got on drugs. He's the reason I tried to harm myself, and he's the reason I'm happy to finally pass away. Tried so hard for so long to make things work with that man. But even doing some research to find that his parenting style leads kids to depression, suicide, and drug use didn't get him to change. It just made him blow up on me. I thought since he was a lawyer that if I took a lawyer approach to it, then he would listen. But no, he wants to blame it all on me. Despite my multitude of attempts to get things to change ranging from therapy, medications, meditating with monks for a month, family therapy, therapy for PTSD, spiritual practice, talking to him in every way I could imagine, and so much more, nothing has ever worked. Frankly, I was happier living on the streets than being with him, but if I do that, then there's no way I'm going to be able to continue going to college, continue working, and I'll essentially ruin my future. So I grit my teeth for now and hope that one day I'll drop dead, so I don't have to endure this terrible situation anymore. Because evidently trying to harm myself won't work. Tried to use a crossbow in a harmful way, even twisted it around to make sure it did the job. Yet here I am, upset at life and wondering why I had to be the one person on record to survive a crossbow and still be able to think. Sick of this. Story 5. Need any help? I slept in since it's the weekend and my mom was already cooking in the kitchen. I asked her if she needed help with anything. She said no, so I went back to my bed, and now I'm scrolling through Reddit. Story 6. Please avoid using hot water to clean up semen, as it will become extra sticky and take a long time to clean up. Cold water cleanup is always the best option. This was advised to my partner before leaving for a 2-week trip. Story 7. I'm going to bed. Thanks for sending your disc my way. I'm waking you up at 4 a.m. I'm not. I just know you're going to be playing into the wee hours of the morning. So don't play your game all night. Are you mad at me? No. You promise. Yes. I love you too. See you at 3:45. Don't stop loving me. Story 8. I wouldn't say anything. Instead, I would imagine how the nothingness that I am now entering will be infinite and how tiny and unimportant the time I spend as a self-aware being feels. It's like stepping out of a small house into a vast landscape. Death can feel horrifyingly dreadful because of all the things you will never experience again. Yet, at the same time, I imagine it as beautiful, being liberated from all the pain and sadness and feeling ultimate tranquility. Story 9. I always hoped my last words would be something epic. I'm not sure what. 2 years ago, I was almost hit in the passenger's door by a semi, and in my last moments, I shrank up and said, "Oh, just like this." So, there are going to be no moments of heroics for me. Story 10. My mom's headstone reads, "Peace at last." I never knew that's what she wanted on her memorial, but when I saw it, I felt it. Now that I'm older, I really understand and feel it. I'd really like some peace too. At last. So my answer is peace at last. Story 11. Like I get to come up with a phrase before or do you mean what was the last thing I've said? I'm pretty sure the last thing I did say was, where did I put that? In reference to a 12 volts, 2 ampere, 5.5 millimeters by 2.5 millimeters power adapter. But if I could choose my last breath, it would probably be a quick shortened toast to myself. Forget all of you and here's to me. Guzzle bourbon like the priest at the corner market in Constantine. Story 12. Donate my organs to those who are fighting for their lives. I would request my family to make it possible for my lifeless body to turn into a seed and plant me somewhere, so that I would become a tree that my family will remember. I may not be the perfect daughter and mother, but I hope that they remember all the good things I did for them and the memories we made together. Story 13. I don't think I spoke since yesterday, so it must have been, good night, bye. Edit. No, wait. I saw something funny in a video this morning and said out aloud in a quirky voice, "Hee. That's funny." Story 14. It would be, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Barry, breakfast is ready. Coming. Hang on a second. Hello? Barry? Adam? Can you believe this is happening? I can't. I'll pick you up. Looking sharp. Use the stairs, your father paid good money for those. Sorry. I'm excited. Here's the graduate. We're very proud of you, son. Perfect report card, all B's. Very proud. Ma, I got a thing going here. You got lint on your fuzz. Ow, that's me. Wave to us. We'll be in row 118,000. Bye. Barry, I told you, stop flying in the house. Hey, Adam. Hey, Barry. Is that fuzz gel? A little. Special day, graduation. Never thought I'd make it. 3 days grade school, 3 days high school. Those were awkward. 3 days college. I'm glad I took a day and hitchhiked around the hive. You did come back different. Hi, Barry. Artie growing a mustache? Looks good. Hear about Frankie? Yeah. You going to the funeral? No, I'm not going. Everybody knows sting someone, you die. Don't waste it on a squirrel. Such a hothead. I guess he could have just gotten out of the way. I love this incorporating an amusement park into our day. That's why we don't need vacations. Boy, quite a bit of pomp under the circumstances. Well, Adam, today we are men. We are. D-men. Amen. Hallelujah. Students, faculty, distinguished Bs, please welcome Dean Buswell. Welcome, new Hive City graduating class of 915. That concludes our ceremonies and begins your career at Onyx Industries. Will we pick our job today? I heard it's just orientation. Heads up. Here we go. Keep your hands and antennas inside the tram at all times. Wonder what it'll be like? A little scary. Welcome to Onyx, a division of UNESCO and a part of the Hexagon Group. This is it. We know that you, as a bee, have worked your whole life to get to the point where you can work for your whole life. Honey begins when our valiant pollen jocks bring the nectar to the hive. Our top secret formula is automatically color-corrected, scent-adjusted, and bubble-contoured into this soothing sweet syrup with its distinctive golden glow you know as honey. That girl was hot. She's my cousin. She is? Yes, we're all cousins. Right? You're right. At Onyx, we constantly strive to improve every aspect of bee existence. These bees are stress testing a new helmet technology. What do you think he makes? Not enough. Here we have our latest advancement, the Krellman. What does that do? Catches that little strand of honey that hangs after you pour it. saves us millions. Can anyone work on the Krellman? Of course. Most bee jobs are small ones. But bees know that every small job, if it's done well, means a lot. But choose carefully because you'll stay in the job you pick for the rest of your life. The same job the rest of your life? I didn't know that. What's the difference? You'll be happy to know that bees, as a species, haven't had one day off in 27 million years. So you'll just work us to death? We'll sure try. Wow, that blew my mind. What's the difference? How can you say that? One job forever? That's an insane choice to have to make. I'm relieved. Now we only have to make one decision in life. But, Adam, how could they never have told us that? Why would you question anything? We're bees. We're the most perfectly functioning society on Earth. You ever think maybe things work a little too well here? Like what? Give me one example. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. Please clear the gate. Royal Nectar Force on approach. Wait a second. Check it out. Hey, those are pollen jocks. I've never seen them this close. They know what it's like outside the hive. Yeah, but some don't come back. Hey, jocks. Hi, jocks. You guys did great. You're monsters. You're sky freaks. I love it. I love it. I wonder where they were. I don't know. Their day's not planned. Outside the hive, flying who knows where, doing who knows what. You can't just decide to be a pollen jock. You have to be bred for that, right? Look, that's more pollen than you and I will see in a lifetime. It's just a status symbol. Bees make too much of it. Perhaps, unless you're wearing it and the ladies see you wearing it. Those ladies? Aren't they our cousins too? Distant. Distant. Look at these two. Couple of hive Harrys. Let's have fun with them. It must be dangerous being a pollen jock. Yeah. Once a bear pinned me against a mushroom. He had a paw on my throat. And with the other, he was slapping me. Oh my. I never thought I'd knock him out. What were you doing during this? Trying to alert the authorities. I can autograph that. A little gusty out there today, wasn't it, comrades?